Hello TAEKOOKers, welcome back to my fictional world. Don't forget to subscribe. Today is the baby shower. It was afternoon because time flies by. The ladies were laughing and talking about something. They were the wives of other criminals. Taehyung thought to himself. Your daughter will love this bear, Jeannie grinned. I got her a lot of princess books, Jisoo said. Taehyung left the two ladies to talk, and the other room Jungkook was sitting with other men. You must be proud of yourself to find a beautiful guy like that, Jimin smirked. Jungkook, I know, and I'm proud of myself. And he is beautiful, he smirked through the wine. Your son will follow your footsteps, RM said, making you proud just like every boy does. Just wait for your daughter's teen years, going out with boys and being a rebel, going to the parties too. Jimin laughed. She even not going to listen to you. Now Jimin laughed hard. Jungkook cups on his wine. I know she will have respect for her father. I surely don't have to worry, he frowned. RM pats him on the back, laughing. The day of birth, Taeyang held both of them. Just then, he saw Jungkook enter the room. He sat next to him and he held their daughter. Jungkook, look, our daughter looks like you, but with my eyes. She is so beautiful. Taeyang, your son looks just like you. Jungkook smiled. You did well, my love. He kissed Taeyang on forehead. Happy birthday to both of you. Taeyang hugged them. Where is Dad? They asked. He's coming. Taeyang gave a fake smile. Where is my boy? Jungkook came with a smile on his face. Dad. Dad. Gukte smiled big. What do you have for me? He asked with a smile. Jungkook passed him the gift and the boy's eyes lit up. Awesome, it's a BB gun. He grins big. A BB gun? Taeyang frowned and was unhappy about that. Now where's my little girl? Jungkook grinned. I'm here, Dad. Taekook giggles. Close your eyes. He pulled up a puppy. It was a wolf puppy. You can open it now. Taekook had a big smile on her face. It's for you, Jungkook said, handling her the puppy. Thank you, Dad. She hugs him with a smile. What are you going to name him? He asked her. I named this wolf pup Halfa. That's perfect for him. This is for my sweetie. Taeyang smiled. What is it? She smiled big when she saw something she loved. Taeyang, it's a sketchbook. Taekook grins. A sketchbook? Jungkook frowns. Taeyang, he growls at him. He just gave a spiteful glare to him. Taeyang smiled at his kid, seeing them so happy. Taeyang felt him wrapped around his waist. It was his son. Jungkook, now both of you go to your rooms or out in the garden, but not outside of the mansion. You understand me? Yes, they both nodded. They ran off to their rooms. Why did you give her a sketchbook? Jungkook asked Taeyang with rageful voice. She wanted that for her birthday. Jungkook, and does that bother you? Taeyang growled. Jungkook just stared at him and shook his head. Will you like some wine? He asked Tae with a smile. Taeyang, no thank you. Why not? He looks at him curiously. Jungkook, what? He looked at him oddly. Taeyang, no, I'm just not feeling good. Okay, now you go and take some rest. He kissed his forehead. At Taekook's room. Come on, Alpha, you need to hold still for the picture. She giggled. Alpha jumps on her. They were playing. She sat down to the ground and sketched a picture of Alpha. Look, Alpha, this is you. Taekook smiled. The sketchbook I got from my mum for my birthday today. She showed it to the pup. I'm going to draw a picture of you, Alpha, tomorrow morning after breakfast. I'm seeking out of the mansion, she smirked. She got her pencil and started to draw again. Next morning, Taekook got up from her bed and got dressed. She got her bag and put her pencil and sketchbook. She ate her breakfast and started to run to the main door until her mom's called her. Taekook dear, it's time for a lesson, Taeyang said. Okay, mom, she nodded. Why are you at the main door? Taeyang frowns at her. Taekook, you know the rules. You can't leave the mansion or even go out in front. Your dad knows he will be mad at you. Fine, she sighed. After the lesson, she will try again to leave the mansion. But she got caught again, not by her mom, but this time his brother. Let go of me, she growled. Where do you think you are going? He smirks at her. I'm not telling you, she grits. Do you want me to tell this to Dad? He sneered. No, she growled. So why are you going then? He asked again. Fine, she groaned. But promise you won't tell, she told him. I want to go and sketch by the lake in that little town. Okay, my little bro? He frowns but nodded. Thank you. She ran off the lake. She sat down by the lake and started to scratch. She sat there until 7 p.m. and luckily no one knew about it. Next morning, Taekook got up from her bed and got dressed up. She got her bag and sketchbook with a smile on her face. Alpha, are you ready to seek out to the lake again? She was patting him. Next, I'm going to Seoul to see what is it like, and my mom is from there. Maybe I will see my mom's childhood and home life there. Dad won't find out. She put on her finger above her mouth. Come on, Alpha, we can't be late. She giggles quietly. Alpha holds still. She laughs. She was there until the sun set down. It was getting late, she whispered. She got up from the ground and turns to see that her dad was there. Dad, Taekook was shocked to see him. How did you know I was there? She chuckles nervously. Jungkook was furious with her. He yanks her and pulls her all the way to the mansion. Hey, let go of me, she growls. He looked at her and gave her a warning. Alpha followed them. Taehyung, what happened, Jungkook? Taehyung, can you take Alpha to our room? Jungkook commanded. Jungkook took Taekook to his office. Sit down, he snaps at her. She did what she was told to do. Dad, are you mad on me? She frowned. He didn't answer her. Give me your bag, he growls. Why? She gave him a look. Give it to me, he barks. No, she growls at him. Jungkook snatched her bag from her. Where's the money? He growled. Wait, how did you know about that? Where is it? Jungkook spat. I'm not telling you, she snarls. Jungkook, you don't want to tell me? Okay, you will regret it. Taekook, yeah right, what you are going to do, Are you going to send me to my room without dinner? She smirked. Jungkook, you want me to play games? Then let's play games, he snarled. He gets her sketchbook smirking. Dad, why did you have my sketchbook? Taekook gets up anxiously from her chair. Jungkook, this stupid book has to put your head in the clouds. And I'm going to teach you a lesson. What do you mean by lesson? Her eyes widen. He threw it into the fireplace. No, she yells. She tried to stop him but failed. Why did you do that? She snarls. Because it bothers me that you are not obeying my rules in this house, he roared. Why should I? She gritted her teeth. It's just stupid rules. She rolls her eyes. Taekook, don't be disrespectful to me. Jungkook raises her voice at her. I'm not being disrespectful, she yells back at him. You are being a sick jerk because you destroy my designs, she cried. Jungkook was getting angrier. That was my life, she snarled. I didn't do anything wrong, she spat. I have a right to leave the mansion. What? Jungkook gritted his teeth. He was getting even more furious. Jungkook, you could have been killed or attacked. He was breathed hard with scared look on his face. No wonder you are such a coward, Taekook mumbled. What did you say about me? Jungkook frowned. I said you are a coward. She barked. Jungkook gave her a spiteful glare. Taekook, you are just scared because I go outside. She spat. You are too afraid to lose me, and it's not like I'm going to die. Why you are like this, Dad? Why? She shrugged her shoulder. Jungkook was getting even more mad. That made him pissed. He slapped her on the cheeks. You never ask me about my life ever again. Taekook held her cheeks as tears stormed her eyes. Jungkook's heart sank to see her hand on her cheeks and tears in her eyes. Jungkook, Taekook dear, I didn't mean to. She backed up from him and ran to the door. She opened the door and turned her head to the side. I hate you. She slammed the door and ran to her room. Jungkook froze and his heart sank again when she said that. Taekook slammed the door in her room. She had tears in her eyes. She bent down to the ground crying. Alpha went to comfort her. He slapped me on the face, she cried. She even burned my sketchbook. She closed her eyes tightly. He doesn't even care. What if that sketchbook was given to me by my mom? She put her hands in her face. He's too scared to lose me, Taekook said with a growl. Maybe I should go to Seoul and probably stay there. That's a good idea, she said quietly. She got up and started to pack her things up. She grabbed the money hidden from under the bed, writes a letter for her father and left the letter on the bed. She picks up her puppy and seeks out of the mansion again. She stops at her father's office and snarled. She left. Jungkook heard a knock on the door. Don't come in. He has his hand on his face. The door knocks again. Don't I say that? I want nobody in here. He had tears in his eyes and regretting what he has did. He gets up to see that it's late. It's about Taekook, Taehyung cried. What happened to her? Jungkook breathed heavily and hurriedly got up to open the door. She left a letter on her bed. Taehyung handed the letter to him. If you found this letter, you know I'm probably gone by now. I'm running away to somewhere and never going to tell you. I'm going to stay there and follow my dream. I will never come back home. And don't come your daughter Taekook. No, Jungkook shook his head. He ran out of the room and runs to Taekook's room, only to find she wasn't in her room. Taehyung, what you said to her, Jungkook? Where I'm gonna find my daughter now? It's all because of you. And your silly rules. He spat on his face. You snatched everything from me and now my daughter has gone just because of you. She's my daughter also. And don't worry, I'm gonna find her anyhow. He reassured Taehyung and ran out of the mansion. Where has she gone? Jungkook paused and smirked knowing where she is gone. Then he called Jimin, asking him to take care of Taehyung behind him. At Seoul. When Taekook arrived, she saw that it was abandoned and most businesses were closed down. Come on, Alpha, people can't see that you are a wolf, not a dog. Alpha followed by her side. What happened to this place? She frowned. Hey, pretty girl, a man tugged on her. Let go of me, she barked. Alpha started to show his teeth and bite the man. Keep that damn dog away from me, he roared. His gang come to his cries. What happened? They asked him. It's that girl. They glared at her. Taehyung, sweetheart, why did your dog attack that man? A strange man come up to Taekook. You should teach your dog some manners. What? She glared at the man. The man winks at her. He pays the gang for the money for the medical bill. Come on, Taehyung. Let's go home. She looked at the gang and went with the strange man. Thanks for saving me. Taekook bowed to the man. You're welcome, Taehyung. Taekook, by the way, that's not my name. She frowned at that. What do you mean that's not your name? He was confused. Don't you know who I am? He cried. No, I don't know you. She frowned. It's me, Hoshi, your best friend ever. He cried. He saw her eyes were pale blue instead of brown. Who are you? He frowned. Taekook, my name is Taekook. I came all the way from Hoshi, sorry for bothering you. It's just that you look like my best friend. By the way, what's your friend's name? Taekook asked him. Kim Taehyung, Hoshi replied. Taekook, that's my mom's name. What? Where he is? He looked worriedly and happy at the same time. He is in Siwon with my father. Taekook replied with a sad chuckle. Are you okay? She asked. Yes, he nodded. Taekook, actually I have no place to stay. This is my first time in Seoul. She said with an awkward smile. You can stay with me and my kids, Hoshi offered. Then Hoshi took her to his house. Taekook, you have a nice house. It's different from mine, she said, admiring the simple house that was way different from the mansion she was locked up in by her father. Is it? He smiled softly. Cam rose. I'm home. Dad, a little girl hugged him. Who's this girl, Dad? She asked him with a smile. My best friend's daughter. What's your name? She grinned. My name is Taekook. That's a pretty name, she smiled. Thank you. And what's yours? Taekook asked her. I'm Rose. Taekook, Rose, where is your brother? He's not here, she frowned. What? Hoshi shouted. I think he is with Josh. I'm going to get something from my room, okay? Taekook, that little girl ran to her room. Hey, Mr. Hoshi, what happened here? Taekook asked frowned. Hoshi, ever since that man, he growls. She froze when he said that. Hoshi paused then. I was unconscious, and when I wake up, Taehyung was gone. I never saw him again. He closed his eyes. Taekook backs up to the door and ran out. Alpha followed her. Taekook, where are you going? Hoshi yelled to her. She ran as far from there until she knocks down to a boy. Hey, watch it. Sorry. She turned pink. Was there someone chasing you? Another boy asked. No, I wasn't. Alpha licks him. Can you get your dog off of me? He laughs. Taekook, Alpha, get off him. Why were you running then? The boy questioned her. Taekook, I was just running with my dog. She gave a cool smile. What is your name? He kept asking. Taekook, my name is Taekook. I don't know my last name. Where are you from? He asked her again. I am from Siwon, but don't have any accent. And your parents? He's on with the question. My mom and dad? I don't want to talk about it. Josh, why are you asking her a lot of questions? Cam asked him. I don't know, I just want to ask. Josh rolled his eyes. Why don't we introduce ourselves? He said. I'm Josh, I'm Cam. Hey Taekook. Cam, you want to go to the abandoned house with us? Sure, she nods. The three of them went to the abandoned house. Hey Taekook, look there, it is. Josh pointed out. Cam was smirking. Why are you going to an abandoned house? Taekook gave them a look. Because we like doing that, Josh smirked. How are you going to open the door? She asked. You see, they picked a rock and broke the lock. As they entered, Taekook saw a picture of her mom in his graduation cap and gown, a man that is with him. Taekook took out the picture from the frame. Then she saw more. There is one when her mom was little. She found a room that brings to her mom. Taekook looks through his mom's thing and found her mom's diary. She reads it. She found out that his brother was a spy, but he must keep it a secret. Taehyung's diary. My brother was there for me, and I will always be his little daisy. He was overprotective of me, but I had to move in with my brother after my parents died and couldn't live by my best friend. We went to different schools. I did not have any friends in elementary, but middle and high school I did. But I went to a private school. They had all three schools in one piece. I was the top student in my school. Most boys will hit on me, but I ignored them. I made friends with nerds, but I did not think they were nerds. Surprisingly, I noticed that I can sing good. I was also interested in art and loved to draw. Her eyes grew wide when she saw something big in the diary. I didn't tell my brother that I was dating Hoshi. Taekook frowned. Alpha was sniffing things and wags his tail. She puts the diary in her bag. Hey Taekook, did you know my dad is a lawyer? Josh was smirking. Oh, okay. Taekook rolled her eyes. Josh, you know that he is a rude guy. He is rude with ladies and pushes them away. Even my mom left my dad. He was laughing even hard. My dad is also weird, Cam laughed. He tries to act cool in front of girls. And my mom? I didn't even know about that. Taekook, what about your dad? Josh asked her. My dad? She frowned. Dad's little girl? Josh smirked. Oh, shut up, she told him. My dad is very strict. He was my teacher when I was back at the mansion. You lived in the mansion? Josh's jaw dropped. Yes, I did, she frowned. I was never allowed to leave the mansion or even go out in the front. I didn't even know how my dad met my mom. She frowned. Josh asked, and Josh and Cam looked at each other. So I ran away to Seoul. By the way, Cam, what is your dad's name? She asked him. It's Hoshi. She just smiled. They stopped at the park. Cam, how come you don't like your dad? Taekook asked sadly. He's weird. Me and my dad never see each other eye to eye, he growls. Taekook frowns. Cam, what about you, Taekook? My dad was a coward because he was scared for me to go outside. He was scared to lose me, she frowns. Of course, I'm his only daughter. I always sneak out of the mansion and one day I got caught. What happened? He frowns. He yells at me for no reason and saying I could have been killed. He burned my sketchbook and he what? I didn't want to talk about it, she sighed. She turns to him and smiled. Cam swallowed hard. He scooted over to her and gave her a comforting hug. Alpha joins on the top of them. Alpha, they both laughed. Well, are you going to come with us? Cam smiles at her. No, I'm going to stay here. And she kept walking. Cam, Josh, well, nice to meet you, Taekook. She walks down and passed by a building with an alley. Hey, sweetheart, where are you going? A man asked her. None of your business, she snarled. Alpha shows his teeth at the man. The man shot him with a sleeping dart. Alpha, she screamed. Hey, let go of me, she yells. He pulled her into an alley and pushed her into the wall. Don't you give me a little bit of you, you know what? He gave a filthy smile. No, she shrieks. You refuse? Well then I guess I have to do it myself then. The man smiled. No, she screams. Not until Jungkook grabs the man from behind and threw a punch at him. You stay hell away from my daughter. Or else, he yelled. Yes, I will. The man ran off to nowhere. Dad, she had tears in her eyes. She ran to her dad and hugged him. He placed his hand on her head. Jungkook, I was worried sick about you. Now you see why I'm trying to protect you? She nods and hugs him tightly. I'm sorry if I have disrespectful ungrateful to you, she cried. I should have listened to you. She looks up to her dad. Jungkook smiled at her and kissed her forehead. Come on, Taekook dear, it's time to go to home now. And by the way, you are grounded. On the way back home, Dad, she gave him a sad eye. Yeah, baby, Jungkook grins at her. Why does that man hate you so much? She asked him. Jungkook, what man, baby? He swallowed hard. Taekook, I met a man first when I got here. He knows my mom. He says that he is his best friend. Jungkook froze and looked at her, very unhappy. He says that it's all your fault because you killed a lot of people in something. He even said that he never saw Mom again. She frowned. Mom has a brother and he was a spy. Jungkook, all these are lies. He simply smiled. But her brother was a spy, right? She gave him a look. Yes, but he was a man who was a traitor to the people at his job. He smirked. Taekook frowns.